Now, some of the boys might have seen me pull this old wagon around, but this wagon's got history. I bought it at Hershey in the fall of 1989. One of those wagons with the little red panels on it, which I promptly ran over with my truck. And I had one of the boys work for me at the time. It was a brand new plywood back then. Built this little bed, and it's been with me all this time, and I finally had to change the tires. They wouldn't hold air anymore. All these years. They'd never come off. I'd never mess with it. I had one of the employees do the bed. So I tightened up everything. And the idiot couldn't even put lock washers on the bottom. Typical employee bullshit, but whatever. And the funny thing is, it takes one size cotter pin on the back, one on each side. That's one size. Takes a different size cotter pin on the front left, and no cotter pin at all on the right. Just this little hubcap trip there. An amazing array of tools to do a stupid ass simple job. You know, something that should have taken about 10 minutes, but I've never touched it since 1989, so it took me about 35 minutes to do it because it was so frozen. But I mean, these are wheels. Just a stupid simple pull a cotter pin out, and it was that frozen. So that, if you relate to that just a little bit, it gives you an idea of what the struggle is when I fuck with this shit. It's been sitting in the same position for 70 years. A half hour for a 10-minute job. I'm taking 2 and 3 hours for 5-minute jobs. So you got to be careful when you do this, or you're just gonna. And even when you're careful, as you saw, I snapped twice the oil fill line, which had already been replaced at some point. It was still that frozen. So I got to be really careful. So before I pull any more of the spike apart, I got to clean this fucking mess up. I'm done with it. I got to organize this stuff, clean it, wash it, get rid of all the stainless dust from asshole, and that's that. So there we are. I'm gonna have to build a couple more benches like these. This little bench just ain't gonna handle it, so I can lay out the parts. And I got tooling I have to buy to be able to do this. So I got two choices. I can put it away till maybe one day I ever have enough money, or I can just slowly do what I can when I can, and hopefully I'll get them done. So we're going to bounce between the 38 there and the 42F. I've got somewhere in these pots of chemicals the top and bottom piece for the rest of the chrome package for here, and a special little bumper. So we're going to pull this rear end back apart, put that apart, put that on it, and I'm going to slowly take up. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the 38 as I'm going to do on the 42. Whole ass end's coming apart, motor's coming apart, everything. The fact it ran, okay, I can get that one running. The danger is I'm going to hurt it. I've done it before. Every time I do it, I hurt them, and they're too hard to find the stuff. Simple as that. I've done it too many times. Every time I don't pull something apart, there's something, utter catastrophe wrong with whatever I didn't pull apart. Every time. If other guys can do it, good for them. That's just not my luck. So we're going to take care of it and do it right, and that's where it's at. So we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.